What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the WWE Pay-Per-View Champion, the hot commodity, joined by my friend and co-host. Introduce yourself, sir.
What up, guys? It's Chris here. Um, talking about Raw. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Raw was pretty good. It was live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada on September 9th, 2024. And I was excited for this episode because there's there was talk that Bret Hitman Hart was going to show up, and I'm a big Bret fan, so I was excited for all of that. So we start off the show with the first hour being, or of Raw being commercial free, and we have a straight fight between American Made and the Wyatt Six, and this was a great match. Um, there was they double powered flip power bombed Eric Rowan through a table, and then they cover him with weapons. The end comes, well, before I get to the ending, I'm like talking all over the place here. Before we get to the ending, basically, Uncle Howdy sits at the ramp the entire match. He just watches, Sister Abigail, which is Nikki Cross, attacks Ivy Nile. He watches everything go down until the end when Eric Rowan slams Chad Gable onto the ring steps, and then Uncle Howdy hits his sister Abigail, and then Dexter Lumis slams Chad Gable, and the Wyatt Six get the win here.
Let's not forget Nikki Cross suplexes Brutus.
Oh yeah, she did. She did suplex Brutus Creed, Nikki Cross. So I think the right team won. I hope that they're done with American Made after this. But what was your take on this street fight?
I mean, it was an okay street fight. I didn't really see. I don't really care about the whites, and I don't know. It was a good street fight. I too much
You know
street
what they have
fighty.
to do to make you like the Wyatt
I don't know.
Six? What they have to do, I was telling Anthus, like if you go back to like on YouTube and look up like old like 1992 wrestling,
Yeah.
Papa Shango was like coming out and doing a lot of like crazy shit. And as he's doing it, the camera would pan on to little kids. And the little kids look very freaked out and very scared and very like, oh shit, like, they're
Yeah.
scared of that. If you were to do that, I feel like it would make you feel a little bit uneasy because you're seeing kids being afraid of something. And then you're kind of like, oh crap. But at this point, um, we have gotten to the point where illusion's gone in WWE and then the wrestling business. Like the Undertaker wouldn't survive if he was around now. But I hear what you're saying, but I feel like I also think another reason why they're kind of lackluster is who they're going against right now. If they went after the bloodline, then maybe we'd be like, oh damn, they're credible. Like when they debuted, they took out a bunch of the wrestlers. Well, I mean, they only took out Chad Gable, but they took out people backstage. I just feel their reasoning for Chad Gable was dumb, and hopefully they'll move on.
I agree.
But next up, we have WWE World Tag Team Champion Finn Balor coming out. Finn says, Damian Priest, you screwed the Judgment Day. I tried to help you, and you held me down. I should have been champion a long time ago, and you lurked behind me with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I need you to stop fighting. I have things to say to your face. So then Damian comes down. Damian says, ever since you broke up the real Judgment Day, you've run from me. Finn says, I'm not your sidekick. You and Rhea are gone full on the same night because I want you at Bad Blood. Damian says, I accept. And then after Damian accepts, Judgment Day go after Priest. They beat him down. Rhea runs down with her crutch, and Liv runs out, but Rhea attacks Liv with the crutch and Dom with the crutch. However, Liv crotch blocks Rhea's leg. Liv attacks Rhea with the crutch, and then Damian Priest covers his body on top of Rhea as Liv continues to annihilate Damian Priest with kendo stick the shots until Jey Uso runs out with a steel chair and the Judgment Day. So we're gonna get Finn Balor and Damian Priest at Bad Blood. But what did you think of this brutal assault and the way they destroyed Damian and Rhea here.
It was interesting to see kind of like Damian Priest take the fall. What I mean by that is we saw him, kind of get over Rhea Ripley and, protect her. It kind of just feels like a Judgment Day versus 2. I don't know how long they can keep doing this. Maybe they can. Wait a second, guys. My mom's calling me. Hold on.
Okay. El Madre. Where? Yeah, that's just the one that we went to. Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. You do look nice, but I mean, I'm not trying to make them swim crazy. Like, you're gonna look nice in shorts too. This is all going to be recorded, by the way. What? This is all going to be recorded, by the way.
Sorry, but yeah, this was good. I liked it. I don't know why my mom's calling me and.
Take a look at my boyfriend.
Sorry, it's about food. No, yeah, this was okay. This was good. They needed. I wish this match was like a Hell in a Cell type of match, but I think it's just gonna be a regular match like Bad Blood.
Yeah, it's going to be, I know I want it to be Hell in a Cell, but I feel like they're just going to save it for, which we'll get to later. By the way, we both were having 2 separate conversations. I'm talking to Ian about changing his pants, and you're talking to your mom. Great. But yeah, I thought this was crazy. I did like how Damian Priest did protect Rhea Ripley here. Next up, we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending against Alba, Fyre, and Isla Dawn. Bianca lands a delayed suplex to Alba Fyre. Bianca then lands the springboard moonsault to Isla for a 2. Alba and Isla double power bomb Bianca for a 2 count. But then Jade Cargill lands Jaded to Isla, and Bianca and Jade Cargill defend the women's tag team titles here successfully. I think at this point they need to find new opponents here. I feel like they keep doing the same. I'd like to see Jade and Bianca versus Kyrie and Io. I think that would be a good tag match. And I know Christian's not going to care about that, so I'm going to move on. We see Judgment Day confront the LWO backstage. Rey tells Finn to stop hiding behind his stupid son and fight him tonight. So we will get Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. We also see Bret the Hitman Hart come out. Bret says, I am proud to be a Canadian champion. Canadian champions have to prove themselves like I did for 20 years, being the best there is. After he says that, world champion Gunther comes out. Gunther says, this feels like a passing of the torch moment. You were the best there is, but I'm the best now. We all watched you. You were a childhood hero of mine. You are a close second to my all-time favorite, Bill Goldberg, which was hysterical.
Yo, that was awesome. I wasn't gonna watch it just because I don't care about Bret Hart coming back.
I love Bret Hart.
I don't give 2 shits about Bret Hart coming back.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I have a big surprise plan, but go ahead.
This was so funny. He was like next to my aunt. I was like, He's like Bill. Oh, that was great. That was great. And like, it's one of those things where like the crowd understands. So I like when the crowd's able to understand, little stuff like that. Um, no, I'm not a fan of Gunther, but that was
That
good
was
stuff.
funny as fuck. That was a good line. After Gunther says that, that pisses off Sami Zayn. So Sami comes out. Sami says, "You have a lot of nerve in this city talking to this man like that. Bret Hart is a Canadian hero. People still study his matches today. He's a hero to me. Bret Hart set the tone for what it means to be champion. I challenge you. You ran away. You want to say you're the best? Prove it. Sami Zayn versus Gunther Part 2. Gunther says, "We all do, with all due respect, Bret, you're not in my league. Sami, you are far away from being a Bret's." My answer remains no. Bret then says, "That looks like a yellow coward," calling Gunther a coward. Gunther goes to fight Bret, but Sami Zayn attacks Gunther and tosses him into the railing. And then world champion Gunther leaves. What is going to take for Gunther to accept Sami
He's
Zayn's
scared,
shout?
and I hate Sammy, but he's scared because Sammy was the only one that's beating him. He beat him for the IC title. I mean, yeah, he's scared. Like Gunther's scared. I don't like Sammy, but these two have good matches. They had a good match, at WrestleMania. They had
Yeah,
a good match before that, I believe. So it's gonna be there. I just didn't want them to put Sammy in the main event picture just because I think he's the most boring baby face in the world. Like
yeah,
Cody, at
he
least
is.
Cody, he's up there too as most boring baby face, but at least he like doesn't like at least he
Sammy goes,
has
"I'm the
some
best
badass to
baby
him.
face.
Sammy's
I'm an
literally
underdog."
yeah, like no one gives a shit. Like at least Cody Rhodes has like I'm Cody Rhodes, like I'm the
Yeah,
top. Like Sami Zayn doesn't have that. Sammy's like, oh my god, we're gonna do this again. Oh my god, fuck you.
he's annoying. I agree. We see Sheamus attacking Pete Dunne backstage. We then have Dominik Mysterio with Judgment Day taking on Dragon Lee with the LWO. LWO take out Judgment Day, and then Liv Morgan chop blocks Dragon Lee, allowing Dominik to land a 619 and a frog splash, and Dominik Mysterio defeats Dragon Lee with Liv Morgan's help. Really not much to talk about here, but I mean, again, Liv and Dominik continue to help Judgment Day
They're
accumulate.
taking this shit way too serious, bro. Like I could not be Dom's wife. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're going
He's
really.
kissing her every single 5 seconds too. It's not like just
Mhm.
like everything the camera's on, like I'm like, damn. Like, okay,
He's
like
getting on. Yo, she's gonna turn to China, and he's gonna end up leaving her like Triple H did. I love China. Next up, we have the Pure Fusion Collective taking on Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria, and hometown hero, your friend and mine. Even though I don't know her and she doesn't, associate with me on social media like she does with you. Natalya. I popped hard when Natalya came back. I was so excited to see her. Natalya, Zelina, and Lyra get the win after they apply triple sharpshooters to the Pure Fusion Collective. Um, I don't care about this group, but I was happy to see Natalya come back here. She deserves all the flowers.
same. She follows me on Twitter, so shout out to Natty.
I love Natalya. Um, Drew McIntyre comes out. Drew says, "Did you hear what CM Punk said last week? He said he beat me in a strap match. You screwed me out of the championship 3 times. You expect me to gloat about last week. I am the one that ended CM Punk's career. On to the future. First, my Hollywood movie comes out with Batista. I have an issue that does involve you, Wade. I don't have many friends. You're one of my oldest. You fought my case. But why did you step in my way when I tried to end him? I'm angry." And then Adam Pearce comes out and says, "CM Punk is not done with you." Drew says, "I don't believe you. If it's true, you're signing his death certificate." And then Adam says, "It ends at Bad Blood. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. Hell in a Cell." What are your thoughts on this?
What? Um, wait, what was this again?
This was we were just on high. Stick with the fucking program. We were just talking. You sound like Jim Ross right now, huh? What's happening? Um, we were talking about Drew McIntyre versus
Oh
CM
yeah,
Punk,
Drew
Hell in a
McIntyre and
Cell.
CM Punk. Yeah, dude, this better be the last one. Because I think Seth comes back during I hope he plays a part in this because I really wanna get to that match as soon as possible. And I know that's probably a WrestleMania match, but if they really do have long-term plans for Gunther with the title, we're not gonna get that match, for the world title. And I think, obviously injuries happen, we can't control that, but with less than a minute, I'm gonna just wrap it up with this segment because we've seen this play out so many times. It's going to be interesting to see who wins this trilogy, and yeah, I want to see Seth Rollins,
I kind of
CM
hope
Punk
it's true.
Survivor Series. So.
We'll talk about this match quick, and then we'll take our break. We have World Champion Finn Balor taking out Rey Mysterio. Rey gets the win by disqualification after Finn applies a leg lock across the ropes, and he doesn't let go. After Finn drop kicks Rey into the ring post and apron, Finn Balor just continuing to be a bad guy. And maybe I'll cover the main event quick. We have Jey Uso winning the #1 contenders, defeating Ilija Dragunov and Braun Strowman, Pete Dunne, and Braun will face Jey Uso for the Intercontinental title. What are your thoughts?
Yay!
Yeet! Yeah. Good, we covered it. I mean, really, there's nothing else to say. I'm happy. I want Jey Uso to win. I'm looking forward to that. But I'm more excited for tonight's debut episode of SmackDown USA.
Dude, I'm so hyped.